Okay. Okay, please listen, all of you. Yesterday we discussed about the MNCs, multinational corporations, and then computer ethics. Computer ethics, I did not devote much time, but you are all capable because you are already in the field, so you can do it. Now, environmental ethics. Environmental ethics is concern for environment, protecting the environment, and realizing the benefits of environment. The greatest difficulty is environment is a non-living entity. It is not claiming its merit. That is not claiming. You should realize and protect. So concern for environment is concern for ourselves, because we need environment more than environment needs us. So basically everyone in the sense all human beings, whether politician or a bureaucrat or an industrialist or an engineer or member of the society, everyone has to realize they have to do what they can to conserve, protect, nurture, develop environment. But unfortunately, we are not doing it. If at all we do something, there will be spoiling there. But there are volunteer organizations or NGOs and volunteers. They are doing some good job. In our country itself, there are people who are doing it. Now, forest, agriculture and natural resources. Forest cover. Strictly speaking, we need more forests than the country where we are living. 2/3 of forest and 1/3 of country. That is the best option. At least 50% forest and 50% or 30%. But what we have in India is 10%. 90% of the land, either we are using it for agriculture or for living and other activities. We are not realizing the importance of this. The consumerism, the day-to-day products we take. The origin is tea and coffee estates. Interlocked dense forests were there on hilltops. மலை உச்சியில ஒன்றோடு ஒன்று பிணைந்த நெருக்கமான காடுகள் இருந்தன. These forests formed monsoon, and monsoon must come. When I was a child, school student, we have come across continuous rainfall for days together. It is measured rainfall continuously for 10 days and 10 days. But now what you are getting is 2 or 3 days all the rain. Very heavy, intense rainfall on 2 days. You are getting the rainfall, but it is not distributed properly. It is because these interlocked forests and hilltops were destroyed to develop tea and coffee estates. And forests were ruined to get land for agriculture. And agriculture is ruined to develop real estate. Again, more comfort for human beings. Resorts, star hotels, and playgrounds, and temples, and the infrastructure. Like that, we are taking over whatever land is available. Transportation. So net result is the virgin forest and the vegetation, trees and plants to grow and animals to thrive. It's not there. So animals are dying. We are losing our ecology. Ecological balance is there. We are disturbing ecology. So that is what is happening, which shall be reversed. Another, water resources. I used to blame Britishers for destroying hilltop forests. வெள்ளக்காரன் மழை தரும் காடுகளை கெடுத்தான். குல்லாக்காரன் காங்கிரஸ்காரன் என்ன பண்ணாங்கன்னா ஏரி குளத்தை கூட. After independence, the government was in need of public land. The land was with the Christian institutions. Classical example, Madras Christian College. A college needs 7 acres minimum, maximum 30 acres. That institution has got 500 acres. What Congress government after independence should have done is take over the land from Christian institutions, which they were given free of cost by Britishers, much more than what was necessary. You can see that land with the Christian institutions are much more than required. Those lands should have been taken over for developing public infrastructure, collector offices, railway stations, police stations, bus stands, etc. But what they did was destroying lakes, destroying ponds, and converting them as medicine. Most of the schemes by state government and central government by destroying water resources. Actually, our history says that if any monarch wants to destroy the kingdom of his enemies, what they will do is loot the treasury. கஜானா களஞ்சியம் ரெண்டையும் கொள்ளையடித்தல். மூன்றாவது நீர்நிலை அழித்தல். Water resources will be destroyed. You will have to loot treasury and granary and then destroy water resources. Our politicians are doing that. They are destroying water resources. They are looting the public sector, etc. And net result is taxpayer is made to suffer and development is taking place. I don't say that the country is going backward, but the development what it should have got. And water resources are very. The population is increasing, and hence per capita water requirement, say 200 liters per person per day, or at least 100 liters per day. Is it available? We have to develop more water resources, but what they are doing is encouraging water resources, not desilting it. They are doing it scientifically. How they do it? First, they take over water catchment area. Tamil வந்து தண்ணி புரளி போட்டல் அப்படினா where water has to collect, that they will take over. Once you are encouraging water catchment area, there will be no water flow in the channels carrying water to water reservoir. அதாவது தண்ணி புரளிப்பட்டல திருடிட்டீங்கன்னா தண்ணி வராது. தண்ணி வரலைன்னா கால்வாய் தூண்டு போயிடும். கால்வாய் தூண்டதுக்கு அப்புறம் அதை நீ டேக் ஓவர் பண்ணிக்க. குளத்துக்கு தண்ணியே வராது. 2 சம்மருக்கு அப்புறம் குளம் தூண்டும். அப்புறம் குளத்தையும். So they encourage catchment area, channels, and then finally water reservoir. Doing it scientifically for so many years. Now only the National Green Tribunal and ethical judges are giving judgments, but what they are able to reclaim is only 1/3 of the original area. Chengalpattu district, known for lakes, பேரே வந்து ஏரி மாவட்டம் தான். Because this particular district, irrigation of agricultural land based on water in lakes. Most of the lakes have been encroached and Chengalpattu is losing it. So that should not happen, but unfortunately, in olden days, the population growth was not there, and monarchs were morally responsible, and they were protecting water resources. Even Britishers, they didn't deserve water resources. Now, after independence only, we have destroyed the water resources. So that way, Rainwater is there. Gods are kind enough to give you rain because after I have acquired general knowledge, I have been observing the rainfall. Rainfall is there. For so many decades, almost for 3 decades, 30 years, the rainfall is good only. Because I am now 66 years old, I have come across famine only once, 1974 or 73. ஒரு வருஷம் தான் தண்ணி இல்லாமல் கஷ்டப்பட்டேன், ஒரே வருஷம். அதுக்கப்புறம் மழை பெய்யாமல், காட்ஸ் ஆர் கைண்ட் ஆஃப் டு கிவ் யூ ரெயின். But all the rain, best part of it goes to sea. The rain comes from sea to the land for you people to utilize it. The rainwater. Individually, if you do rainwater harvesting, at least your wells you are protected. And you will get water table, availability of water and good quality water. Suppose rainwater harvesting is done meticulously for 3 to 5 years. The well water will be available in summer and quality will be better. Suppose you do it for 10 years, you will get water of very high quality and available water. All the people who do that rainwater harvesting, you will get water, quantity and quality. Both will be excellent. So it is for individuals to do it. How many are people doing it? Very little. They want government to do it. What government is doing? Tapping the ground. We are not recharging aquifers. One stage you will see water coming, and most of the places in Chennai, in borewell, you are getting sea water. Because you are not recharged aquifers. How to recharge them? When rainfall is minimal and perennial. நசன்னு மழை பெஞ்சிட்டு இருந்தால், தொடர்ந்து பல நாட்களுக்கு பெய்தால் அந்த தண்ணீர் நிலத்தில் உள்ள போகும். That rain only will recharge aquifers. How we are preventing that? Carry bags. Carry bag எல்லாம் பூமியில புதைஞ்சதுன்னா carry bag தாண்டி ஒரு தண்ணி உள்ள போகும். So avoid use of carry bags and allow open ground. Open ground இருந்தாதான் தண்ணி உள்ள போகும். Only when water is seeping through, you have the aquifers. But however, the problem becomes severe, then people will take action. Then, now we come to the role of engineers. In scientific development or development of science and application of science, engineering, technology, etc., finally we come to manufacture. Yes, sir. So we have to find out the evil effects of manufacture, because business make products and sell across the globe. So you will be going on making goods and services. So they will say that people are benefited. When consumers are benefited, they will buy your products. So we are applying science, engineering and technology to make products and services which will be grabbed by customers. So you will be more focused on making money, not on protecting the environment. Only when environmentalists and then other scientists tell that you are polluting land, polluting water, polluting air. Okay? Then psychological pollution, that is also there. We are bothered about environment only, particularly chemical industry, petrochemical, petroleum refining, and thermal power, all highly polluting industries. But people are operating because they get money. Then plastics manufacturing. Plenty of plastics. So all that affect the environment. Engineers should bother about it. But once you are developing science, engineering, technology and apply them, you don't bother about this. Only when you get negative feedback and then you get complaints from general public, then you try to act. That is effluent treatment, protective measures concern. Then engineers concern. What as an engineer should do? What is the evil impact? Environment impact assessment, EIA. Unfortunately, the provisions have been diluted by our Vishwaguru. Who is Vishwaguru? Narendra Damodar Modi. He has diluted the environment. Congress government itself has reluctantly implemented it. Now our Vishwaguru has diluted it. But as engineers, you are supposed to protect the environment by doing the impact assessment properly. Don't disturb ecology. Don't disturb environment. Don't harm the resources. These are the environmental impact. தண்ணீர் மாசுபடுதா, காற்று மாசுபடுதா, நிலம் மாசுபடுதா, உயிரினங்கள் அழிகிறதா, தாவரங்கள் அழிகிறதா, இதெல்லாம் பார்க்கணும். Unfortunately, our politicians morally bankrupt people. They are diluted. But as engineer, what you can do within your limits, whatever is possible, you can do it. Then, how to control the evil effects? Arrest at the source. Point of generation. You got filters, precipitators. Like that, you can do engineering control. That we can do. And you can collect them, dispose them, bury them, like that. Then, protective measures. Personal protective devices. Helmets, gloves, apron, goggles. Then, these respiratory devices, like that, you can develop and then use it. Okay? Then, safe and clean environment. Reduce the risks of accidents, injuries, harms, chemical action, etc. Then cancer, possibility of occupational diseases and consumer catching diseases. All that you can. Clean environment. Clean environment is the discharge from your factory, whether to the air or to the land or to the water resource, that shall be clean. So clean environment. Then preservation of environment and ecology. Ecology, all the living organisms, flora and fauna, all the animals, all the plants, that we have to do. But protecting flora and fauna, government can do it better. In that aspect, National Green Tribunal is doing a good job. And judges, they are doing whatever possible within their powers they are doing. But what the politicians do, change the law. Judges have to act as per acts only. Within the acts, what they could do, they are doing it. Then, Pollution Control Board is there. State Pollution Control Board, National Pollution Control Board. The people are there. To the extent possible, they are doing it. Then, future obligation. Future obligation will be how the trend will be, how the consumerism will be, how the people will be demanding products. The mistake lies with the population. You cannot blame industrialists alone. They give the products which you are buying. If you are not buying, they will not buy it. But you are more bothered about the convenience. எப்போ நம்ம வந்து வசதி சௌகரியம் இதை பார்க்குறோமோ அப்போ நம்ம வந்து கெட்ட கெட்ட பொருட்களுக்கு நம்ம வந்து ஆதரவு கொடுக்குறோம். ஃபாஸ்ட் ஃபுட், ரெடி மிக்ஸ், இன்ஸ்டன்ட் ஃபுட், particularly Maggi noodle, then oats. These are all harmful only. But you are buying them. Kellogg's. So like that, there are products which are harmful to your health and which are manufactured by polluting environment. That you are. Then, supremacy of nature. மனுஷன் பெரியவனா இயற்கை பெரியதா? நீ சொல்ற. வெரி குட். நான் எழுதிட்டேன் supremacy of nature. ஏன்னா men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. நான் நிறைய போயிட்டு படிப்பேன். ஒரு ஆறு சொன்னேன். ஒரு ஆறு வந்து சொன்னேன். நீ வருவ போவ, நான் ஓடிக்கிட்டே இருப்பேன். ஆனால் அந்த ஆறு கங்கையே மாசுபடுது. ரொம்ப வருத்தம் என்னன்னா கேஞ்சஸ், த ஹோலி ரிவர், அது உற்பத்தி ஆகிறது வந்து கங்கோத்திரியில். கங்கோத்திரியிலேருந்து ரிஷிகேஷ் வரைக்கும் அந்த கங்கையில் வந்து ஆக்சிஜன் கண்டென்ட் அதிகம், வெரி குட் வாட்டர். பட் ரிஷிகேஷை தாண்டி வாரணாசி வரும்போது சாக்கடை. வாரணாசியில் நான் போய் குளிக்கும்போது பார்த்தா பாதி சாக்கடை. அப்புறம் போட்டை பிடிச்சி அந்த கரைக்கு போய் அங்கே போய் குளிச்சுட்டு வரேன். ஆனால் அந்த கட்டத்தில் குளிக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிறாங்க, சாக்கடைக்கு குளிக்க முடியாது இல்லையா? அதனால போட்டுக்கு காசு கொடுத்து போட்டை பிடிச்சி அந்த ஆற்றுல அந்த கரைக்கு போயிட்டு குளிச்சுட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் அந்த பூஜையெல்லாம் பண்ணிட்டு அப்புறம் வந்தாங்க. கேஞ்சஸே வந்து சாக்கடை ஆக்கிட்டீங்கன்னா நீங்கள் எவ்வளோ பொல்யூட் பண்ணுறீங்கன்னு பார்த்துக்கோங்க. ஏன்னா கேஞ்சஸ் இஸ் த ரிவர் வித் வெரி ஹை ஆக்சிஜன் கண்டென்ட். அது சொல்கிற மாதிரி தேவலோகத்திலே வந்துடுமா. ஆனால் ஹிமாலயாஸ்லேருந்து வரும் பொழுது ஆக்சிஜன் கண்டென்ட் இன் கேஞ்சஸ் வாட்டர் இஸ் வெரி ஹை தேன் எனி அதர் ரிவர். ஓகே, ஸோ nature, it provides you good air, good source of water. Actually, India is a rich country. Geographical advantages are there. Naturally flowing rivers, canals, hills, and then fertile land, all of it. But we are mismanaging. That's it. So nature is giving. Nature is supporting you, but you are not protecting the nature. Nature is superior. Then, sympathy for animals and birds. அதாவது எனக்கு வலி வந்தால் தெரியுது, எனக்கு நோய் வந்தால் எனக்கு தெரியுது. அதே வந்து ஒரு விலங்கு துடிக்கும் பொழுது, விலங்கு கஷ்டப்படும் பொழுது, ஒரு தாவரம் அழியும் பொழுது நமக்கு வந்து அந்த வள்ளலார் சொன்னார், வாடிய பயிரை கண்ட போதெல்லாம் வாடினேன், ஐ withered when I came across withered crops. So you should have sympathy, love for animals, birds, plants. காக்கை குருவி எங்கள் ஜாதி அப்படின்னா எல்லாமே எவ்ரிதிங் இஸ் பார்ட் ஆஃப் லைஃப். காடு, மலை, இது வயல் எல்லாமே நமக்கு தேவை. ஸோ வி ஷுட் ஹேவ் த சேம் affection towards all these natural entities. Then, codes of ethics, American Society of Engineers and Society of Engineers, electrical electronics engineers, they are given as an engineer, when you are developing a product, when you are applying a technology, you should protect the environment, you should not harm the environment. Then, காஸ்ட் ஆப்லியஸ் அப்ரோச். இதில் என்ன சொல்கிறோன்னா, எவ்வளவு செலவானாலும் பரவாயில்ல, இயற்கையை காப்பாற்றணும். இது வந்து பெருமைக்கு சொல்லலாம், ஆனால் ரியாலிட்டியில் நடக்கல. பட் தெர் ஆர் பீப்புள், தே ஸ்பெண்ட் வென் தே டூ இட் ஃபார் தேர் ஓன் லேண்ட். பொலிட்டிஷியன்ஸே இருக்காங்க, அவன் ஃபார்ம் ஹவுஸ் வச்சுருக்கான், அவன் பண்ண வச்சுருக்கான், அங்கே செய்வான், அங்கே காஸ்ட் பார்க்கணும். பிகாஸ் தேர் லேண்ட் தேர் ப்ரொடெக்ட், பட் ஓவரால் நேஷன் தே ஆர் நாட் பாதர். தென் cost benefit approach. This is practically possible. That is, how much you spend for protecting the environment, how much benefit you get out of that. The company பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் appreciation from society, support from investors and support from government. Government எனக்கு வந்து மரியாதை கொடுத்து எனக்கு வந்து சலுகை கொடுத்தால் நான் வந்து கார்ப்பரேட் சோஷியல் ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டின்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஃபண்ட்ஸை பயன்படுத்தி நல்லது செய்வேன். ஆனால் சில பேர் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. இப்போ ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஒன்று சொன்னாங்க, இந்த விஸ்டான்னு ஒரு காஃபி இருக்கு சரியா, இன்ஸ்டன்ட் காஃபி. அந்த காஃபி ஓனர் வந்து எங்கள் ஊருக்காரர் தான். ஹி ஹஸ் ப்ரொடெக்டட். எங்கள் ஊரில் 3 குளத்தை வந்து அவர் சீரமைச்சு நல்லா பண்ணி கொடுத்துருக்காரு. நல்லா போனால் வாக்கிங் போவாங்க. ஸோ ஹி ஹஸ் டன் சம்திங். அதுமாரி பணக்காரங்க வந்து அவங்க பணத்தை எடுத்து ஊருக்கு நல்லது பண்ணுறேன்னு சில நல்லது பண்ணுறாங்க. ஸோ அது எப்போ பண்ணுவாங்க அப்படின்னா அவங்களுக்கு வந்து ரெகக்னிஷன் இருக்கும், பெனிஃபிட் இருக்கும். வாட் ஐ எம் ஸ்பெண்டிங் ஐ ஷுட் கெட் பெனிஃபிட், ஐ ஷுட் கெட் ரெகக்னிஷன். பட் ஊரில் பாராட்டுறாங்க, அந்த ஆள் பண்ணதுலேயே நல்ல காரியம் இதாண்டா, அதில் வாக்கிங் போகிறவன், எக்ஸசைஸ் பண்ணுறவன் எல்லாருமே சொல்லுவாங்க, கோயில் குளம் கட்டுறதை விட இந்த ஊருன்னு அவன் காப்பாற்றி இதில் வேலி கட்டி நடக்கிறதுக்கு பாதை போட்டு 24 hours திறந்து விட்டாங்க. யார் வேணால் எப்போ வேணால் வாக்கிங் போய்க்கலாம், யார் வேணால் எப்போ போய் எக்ஸசைஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். ஸோ அது மாதிரி இஃப் யூ டூ சம்திங் குட், you should get appreciation, you should get recognition. So then you got the benefit. But economically speaking, what is the return you get in terms of protection of the environment and benefits for the people. How much oxygen you get in the air, how much purity you have in water, how potable the water is, like that you get the benefit. Then, internalizing cost of production. It is, if you advise people, request them, what do you have to tell them? Tax. Ask them to pay. Ask them to include it in the price itself. So, cost of protection of the environment, some agency shall collect money and act on that, and these people shall pay for it, polluters to pay. Then, technology assessment. This, when you are going to introduce a new technology, make the products better or make new products, you are going to assess the technology. First, you make scientific inquiry. That is, what technology it is. What are all the impacts of it? How it is going to affect water? How is it going to affect the air? How is it going to affect land? How is it going to affect the health of the people, health of the plants, health of the animals? Like that, you do all that. That is inquiry. Then, distilled knowledge. Out of the facts you get out of the inquiry, how you are connecting the dots, and then realizing how that is going to benefit the people and affect them. Benefit வேண்டும், பாதிப்பு வரக்கூடாது. So that you have to act on that. So engineering implications. How you can apply engineering, how you can control, how you can protect. So that's what we do. Finally, we come to philosophical views on environment protection or environment ethics. First approach is sentient-centered approach. Sentient-centered approach என்றால் மனிதனைப் போலவே வலியை உணரக்கூடிய, மகிழ்ச்சியை உணரக்கூடிய விலங்குகள். நாய், பூனை, கோழி, குதிரை எல்லா மிருகங்களுக்கும் உணர்ச்சி இருக்கு. அதனால பேச முடியாத வழிய மகிழ்ச்சியை காட்ட முடியும், வருத்தத்தை காமிக்க முடியும், வலியை உணர முடியும், கத்தம், ஓடும், அதெல்லாம் பண்ணோம். ஸோ அதை நம்ம ரியலைஸ் பண்ணுறது. We give importance to the suffering of animals under act. Second one, biocentric. Biocentric is apart from animals, plants. Now it is proved that plants also have the feelings. So plants and animals both you protect. That is biocentric approach. Third approach is ecocentric approach. Ecocentric approach is entire ecology. Entire ecology na the food chain, all the series of animals, plants, and then the land formation, deserts, ocean, hills. Every part of the land has got a role to play. It gives medicines, it gives produces, it has supports animals. So entire ecology that you do. So ecocentric approach. You start with sentient approach, then go to bio approach, then come to eco approach, and then finally human centered. அது மனுஷனுக்கு சொல்லிக் கொடுக்க வேண்டியதே இல்லை. Human beings are all selfish. They are bothered about themselves. So human centered approach is, once you are able to take care of the three, naturally you will be taken care. When you take care of ecology, ecology will take care of you. So human centered approach, you need not do it the first time. You start with animals, go to plants, then go to ecology. Naturally, you will get benefit. Okay? With that, we complete today's classwork.